everyone is enjoying English school. Yo! All right, today is March 4th. We're on pages 8 and 9. It's day 1 of the book club, and this month we're talking about the book called Lessons in Chemistry.
对，所以我们今天呢要来看看呢，我们这个好书俱乐部今天来讲一本好书。我觉得如果是呢，女生应该特别能感同身受，男生也可以。可是我觉得我看的时候，我还蛮能了解的。这本书叫做《化学课》，那到底跟女生有什么关系？
You know, what you say here is really important because this is a book probably aimed for women. This is a book maybe written for women, but men should read this too. It's not easy to understand the problems other people have, especially if you have a lot of good status in society. I'm a white man. There's a lot of things that are good for me. I don't understand the problems that maybe women face or maybe disabled people or people of different races, different colors. It's important to try to understand the problems of others.
对，因为这本书它其实是从女生比较像，就是阐述女生在以前那个时代会遇到的困境。那个老师的意思是说，不管你是男生是女生啊，你如果读了，更能从别人的角度来感同身受。
Yeah. Let's look at our subtitle very quickly. A novel that bravely stands up to an unjust world. Now, unjust means it's not fair. And when you stand up to something, that means you are saying, I think this is wrong, and you're not afraid to tell them.
对，这个 stand up to 呢，它其实还蛮特别的，后面接的是你要反抗的东西哦。对，如果你是 stand up for somebody or something， 那是你要对什么而奋战。可是呢，今天是我要对抗这个不公平的世界，我们要接 to， 那这个 to 呢是你接对抗的事情，不是你支持的事情哦。unjust 就不公平，just 就刚好，所以 unjust 就是没有刚好，不公平。
All right, let's take a quick break. Let's hear our article, and then we have paragraph 1.
Lessons in Chemistry. It is rare for a debut novel to enjoy as much success as Bonnie Garmus's Lessons in Chemistry. The book was published in April 2022 and soon became an international bestseller. In the following year, it was adapted into a TV series with Academy Award-winning actress Brie Larson in the lead role. Lessons in Chemistry takes place in the 1960s. It tells the story of Elizabeth Zott, a female chemist trying to make her way in the academic world. She faces many challenges and is forced to leave her job when she becomes pregnant. Elizabeth, who thinks that cooking is very much like chemistry, eventually becomes the host of a cooking show. She uses this platform to inspire her audience. She does not just teach women how to cook. She also asks them to value themselves. The story is delivered in the voices of various characters, including Elizabeth's dog. Gender equality and social change can be tough subjects, but Garmus's expert storytelling makes the topics interesting. Readers around the world can relate to the characters, and many of them have been inspired to change their lives after reading Lessons in Chemistry.
Okay, friends, let's look at paragraph 1, and let's just start the first sentence here. It is rare for a debut novel to enjoy as much success as Bonnie Garmus's Lessons in Chemistry.
对，这里呢就讲到说 it's rare， 这个 rare 要小心，因为它是很少，所以呢同学要记得它是有一点否定很少的意思哦。他就说很少像这个小说初亮相啊，就得到像这个 Bonnie Garmus 这本小说化学课如此成功的这个成绩。
So we can see Lessons in Chemistry is 写题字. It's written in italics, so we know this is a book. And maybe you know this is chemistry is a subject at school. And so you think this is about kind of like learning at school. And maybe it is about learning, but maybe learning lessons that people aren't telling you. You discover it yourself if you're a woman, that sometimes some men don't want women to get too powerful or have to get too high in society.
就有的时候呢，这个 lesson 呢，我们可以指的说，比如说呢，它是你在学校学到，但是呢，人生的课题也可以叫做是 lesson。然后我们来请那个老师讲一下这个法文字那个字要怎么念，这个有点难。那个
Oh yeah, I was getting to that next. So let's get right to it now. This word is debut. So it sounds like it's a good day, D-A-Y to find. And beau, because it's French, we don't want to say the T. Pick up your pencil or pen and cross out the T. 画一个叉叉在 T 下面. This word is debut. It means the first time something happens.
对，或者是某一个人初登场，初亮相也可以。
Now, chemistry, because we're talking about it, is a fun Greek word. Do you know what this means in Greek? So chemistry means like pour things together. So when you think of like chemistry in a movie, it's like a scientist, he's like pouring it. That's what chemistry means. It's just like pour things together.
把东西混在一起，把药水混在一起。
It's a good word. All right, let's move to our next sentence. The book was published in April 2022 and soon became an international bestseller. 小心, bestseller is one word.
对，它这中间呢不能把它分开。这里就讲到说，这本书呢，它在2022年的4月出版了，然后呢，它就马上变成是国际畅销书。那这里我们来看一下这个 bestseller， 因为老师有讲到那个它是同一个字嘛。那如果你要讲说，小说卖得很好 ，bestselling， 你要记得它是 selling， 因为这个 sell 它除了是我可以卖东西，也可以指东西自己很畅销，所以 bestselling novel。
So let's look at the word published. Published is a very common word in our book club article. 就赶快背起来. If you read the book club article, just know this word. Published means they start to sell a book.
对，出版的意思。
All right, ready? Our next sentence says, in the following year, it was adapted into or made into a TV series with Academy Award-winning actress Brie Larson in the lead role. So you might know Brie Larson from the Marvel movies, Captain Marvel.
对，他是那个我们都知道惊奇队长，是他。那我们就来看一下，他就说呢，隔一年 ，following 就是隔一年，所以2022年出版，2023年呢，把它改编成是一个电视影集。那主角是谁呢？女主角是布莉拉森啊，她是谁呢？她有得过奥斯卡奖。
That's right. So the Academy Award is just a famous award for being a good actor or actress in America. Adapted into something just means make into it. And here we go. Here's an introduction and lessons in chemistry. So now this is a serious book, but I do want to ask you, were you a fan of chemistry class in high school?
Kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did okay. I didn't excel at that. I did okay.
Yeah. So what subjects were you especially good at?
English, apparently.
So I was a science student, and I liked the ideas of science, but I hated the math. I hated the math. I hated doing the math part. And so I never got really good grades, even though I enjoyed the subject. So I like this, but I don't like the math part. I just didn't like it.
That's normal. Just get the concept, but not the process, right?
That's right. Doing the science, learning the science was fun. Thinking about the science was fun. Doing the math wasn't. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have paragraph 2. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 8 and 9 of your magazine. Don't forget, take out your pens. And before we begin paragraph 2, we need to learn an important idea. It's called the glass ceiling. Now, the glass ceiling it's a rule that some people can't get to the highest parts of a company or some jobs even though they are very qualified. So, for example, in the United States, America is 50% women, but we have never had a woman president. Just some people say women can't be president. They don't want it. Why? We just don't. And that's the reason why. This is the glass ceiling. Women can't get to the top.
And it's glass because it's unspoken, right? The rules are unspoken. You don't
can't
know.
see it. That's right.
对
So if you have a really clean glass, you can't see it. Some women can't get to the top. And that's kind of what our book is about today. Please write down glass ceiling.
玻璃天花板
That's right. GLASSCEILING. Let's go to paragraph 2. Lessons in chemistry takes place in the 1960s.
他就说啊，这个化学课，这里在介绍这本书的背景啦。他说呢，这本书的故事呢是设在1960年代。
That's right. When something takes place in a time, it just means it happens. It tells the story of Elizabeth Zott, a female chemist trying to make her way in the academic world.
对，这在讲的呢，讲什么故事呢？讲这个女主角啊 ，Elizabeth Zott， 她是谁呢？这个逗号啊，后面是同位语，那就在介绍说，你突然跟我讲这个女生，我也不知道她是谁啊，所以介绍一下，她是一个女生，那她是一个化学家，她想要 make her way，make her way 其实就是闯出一片天我们中文呢有个对应嘛，然后闯出一片天，在这个学术的世界，我们前面有看到 academy， 对不对？学院，那 academic 就是学术的世界。
So let's pick up our highlighter and look at the word chemist. Highlight IST. We all know verb plus ER makes a noun. Singer, teacher, dancer. We know all of these. But there's another one too. IST is just like ER. So you have a chemist. This is a person that does chemistry, that studies chemistry. And speaking of the academic world here, just like you said, when we say the academy, and we're not talking about actors, we're talking about university research, like 那个教授他研究事情. This is about university research. And for a very long time, women had a very difficult time becoming professors. The best job women could get was a teacher.
都没有办法得到就是教授职这么高的。
And this is why some people think in the past, we thought teachers were better in the past. 我没有这样子说，我自己现在是老师。But in the past, some people said teachers were better because you had super smart people. They could be professors and do research. But 因为 the glass ceiling 有存在, they could only become teachers. And that's not fair, right? But that is it. That 会影响有没有 right? So there you go. Let's look at our next sentence. She faces many challenges. Oh, underline this right now. She faces many challenges and is forced to leave her job when she becomes pregnant.
That's bad. That sounds pretty bad. 他就说呢，他遇到了很多问题啦。那结果，因为你同学要记得，他在1960年代的，所以说他遇到了很多的挑战。那最后呢，就被迫 forced to， 他有一种我不想，但是我只能离开我的工作。为什么？因为她怀孕了。
Can I ask you a question? In Taiwan, when you go to a job interview, can the boss or manager ask you if you are pregnant or want to be pregnant?
I don't think it's allowed, but they ask.
That's interesting. Do they kind of hint it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is super illegal in America. If you go to a job interview, they can't ask, so do you have children? Do you want children? Because what they're really asking you, when you become pregnant, do you need a lot of free time? This is super illegal in America. But they do, and just like you said, maybe they won't ask you, but they'll think about the question and try to hint and feel what you want to do. And that's not a good thing. Like, people should have families if they want them.
对，因为有的时候他们其实会用一个别的方式，就是那你未来的规划呢？5年、10年后的规划呢？你有没有想要结婚啊
Yeah.
对，所以其实我觉得女生都有这个压力，因为男生就不用怀孕，对吧？有时候
I just feel like a good when you get asked a question you don't want to answer. So 学生这个是完全跟没有我们的稿子有关系。But when someone asks you a question you don't want to talk about, You just say, I'm not here to talk about my husband. I'm not here to talk about my family. I want to talk about this job. So 你没有说 yes, 你没有说 no. 你说现在这个最重要的事情这边 and 他们可能不接受. That's fine. But I'm not going to answer this question.
At least you stand up for yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And plus, do you really want to work at a place that doesn't want you? So there you go. All right. So pregnant, of course, means when you have a baby in your body and you will have a baby in the future. When we face challenges, that means we have problems. We will face our challenges, meaning we want to stand up to them. We learned that in our subtitle today. Let's go to our next sentence. Elizabeth, who thinks that cooking is very much like chemistry, I agree, eventually becomes the host of a cooking show.
所以这个时候呢，故事呢有一个很有趣的这个转折哦。他就说呢，Elizabeth 她是化学家嘛，他就觉得说，这个其实煮菜啊也蛮像化学，就是把东西调在一起，像 Chris 老师前面讲的嘛，煮东西好像药水啊混在一起啊，它也是要精准的分量啊，对不对？他最后呢，很奇妙的，他就变成了一个那个烹饪节目的这个主持人。
Okay, let's look at the word of, host of a cooking show. Draw an arrow, 划箭头. After a preposition, we need a noun or a gerund. So 一定要加 ing, 不可以说 host of cook show. I have a question. When you are watching a cooking show and they put like something, they pour two things together, 可能你原本没有想到可以在一起. Do you try to think about what it tastes like?
我不行，因为我不会煮菜啊，我就没有这个，我就没有这个。
I saw a video. They were making pumpkin something or other. And they said the secret is to add orange juice. And I said, pumpkin 完全没有甜. And orange juice is very sweet. And they pour it in there. It says it makes it feel very, not sugary, but just凉凉的. And I was thinking, pumpkin, some way down. Orange juice, some way down. This is so smart. Like I could taste it. It was so amazing. Like
you can imagine that?
For sure. I was thinking about it, like putting them together because they were explaining it. So I started thinking about 南瓜什么口味 orange juice 什么口味放在一起。
同学可以想象吗？
Can you do that? Like, is that weird?
我连南瓜现在我要叫我想，我都可能想不太出来。
Okay, can you think like pumpkin and then like orange juice and then like
water and vitamin C maybe?
Maybe. All right. Tell us in the comments. Can you do that? All right, here we go. She uses this platform, this special job she has to inspire her audience.
对，她就用了她这个很好的平台来激励她的观众们。
Okay, when we inspire someone, we give them confidence to do something, especially creative things.
对。
All right. She does not just teach women how to cook. She also asks them to value themselves. This means you feel good or important about yourself.
对，因为 value 它其实就是价值嘛，名词是价值的意思，或价值观也可以。那动词当然就是重视，我觉得这个东西是很有价值的。所以呢，他不只是教女生，就是他的观众大部分都是女生怎么样煮菜，他也教他们去要重视自己的价值。
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we have paragraph 3. Friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 8 and 9. We're learning about the book written by Bonnie Garmis. It's called Lessons in Chemistry. Let's start paragraph 3. The story is delivered in the voices of various characters, including Elizabeth's dog. It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, this part is a bit weird. 他就说呢，这个故事那个 deliver 它只是讲述的意思不是外送讲述从谁的角度来讲述呢？很多人的角度，所以它的视角是会一直切换的，还包括了伊丽莎白的狗狗，这里找的狗狗。
It sounds funny, right? But do you have any pets?
有。
Okay, and they watch you, right?
对。
They watch you. And they think about you. When you're not home, they think about you. And when they see you, they think about you. They watch you. So I think in some ways this is funny, but also it's like your animal sees you do things you don't even think about. And they have their feeling. I think it's really special. This is really like this.
他们可能也可以给予很客观的评价。
I agree. That is really interesting idea. Okay. Gender equality and social change can be tough subjects, but Garmis's expert storytelling makes the topics Interesting. So when we talk about gender equality, that means that men and women should have the same rights.
这里就讲到了，他就讲到说这本书的主题，那两个主题，第一个就是性别的平等，还有再来就是社会的这个转变变迁哦，其实都是很难去处理的 tough subject， 就是很难去讲得好的，可能讲不好就会引起大家的可能不开心啊。但是呢，他就说啊，这个作者非常 expert， 这里是形容词，非常好的这个说故事的技巧呢，让这个主题也变得很有趣。
Yeah, an expert knows about a topic, knows a lot about it. Let's continue. Readers around the world can relate to the characters, and many of them have been inspired to change their lives after reading lessons in chemistry.
他就讲到说，全世界的这个读者呢，都可以 relate to 感同身受，这是一个很好的片语，都可以对这个角色非常的感同身受。然后呢，其实很多人这里是完成式哦，已经被激励了，然后决定呢，对他们的人生呢，做出一点点改变。
Do you feel that you have your opportunities limited to you because you're a woman, or because you're Taiwanese in Taiwan? Do you feel your opportunities are more limited? Are you comfortable talking about that?
I think it's about the timeline thing. Like women, eventually, if you want a kid, you need to have, they tell you when is the best time to have children, right? So you would have to, like before 35, that's something that's scientifically true.
Right.
So you have to leave your job, but you've worked so hard to reach a certain position and you have to leave.
Support your women, everyone. Support your women. These are your mothers. These are your sisters. These are your friends. Support women. All right. We're out of time for today, but we'll be back with day 2. And tomorrow, I will tell you some of the historical reasons why men didn't want women to work. So for Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Betty.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.